Hi everybody, my name is Clara. I am a senior bio major here at Oxy and I have a concentration in cellular and molecular biology. And I will be filming a week in my life for you guys to follow along. And I will also specifically be highlighting what it's like to do research at Oxy because I am in the microbial pathogenesis lab. So it is currently Monday morning. I am at my house. I live off campus, so I'll also be talking about what that is like at Oxy. I'm eating my little yogurt, granola, banana breakfast as I prepare to go to my first class, which is called Flora of Southern California. I really enjoyed this class. I am definitely more molecular cellular focused when it comes to biology, but it's been really nice to take a class that's more ecology focused. And it's just been really cool to go outside and know all the plants I'm talking about and really learn about the ecosystem that I'm living in. That's something I really like about Oxy and the liberal arts approach is that you're never confined to a super specific niche or topic. Although you do get to explore the things that you like, you also get to explore things that you may not think you like until you try it. All right, I just had lunch and now I'm going to head back to campus. I'm going to go to the library for a few hours and do some homework. So come join me. I'll show you a quick little sneak peek of our library. I usually like to go in the quiet section. I like it to be pretty quiet while I'm working, but we have lots of different sections for different levels of noise. All right, so I had a productive session at the library and then I went home and had some dinner. And now I am about to head to my senior comps class. So each major has a different version of this. And it's usually some sort of final project or a thesis. And it's a great way to, round off your education here at Oxy and have a more independent research project. And so for biology, that will include a 30-minute presentation and a paper. And it's a really fun way to research a topic of interest and just really figure out what it's going to be like after graduation when you really have to start figuring things out on your own. And I think it's a great way to set you up for life after Oxy. Welcome to Tuesday. I am on my way to yoga at Oxy. It's a great class. They offer a various amount of physical activity classes, including yoga, spin classes, karate, and Zumba. And they're all a great way to get activity at Oxy. They're really affordable. You can take it for 1 credit or no credit. And it's right here at Oxy. So it's a great way to utilize Oxy's resources and meet some fun people, join a community, and just have some fun activity in the morning. So now I'm heading back to campus. I am going to attend a bio-research seminar. They have these about once a week on Tuesdays, and they get various researchers who come and present their findings, talk about their journey to get where they are. You can connect with these different researchers. It's a great way to network, just expand your knowledge of what is out there and what people are doing. I am in SSAP now. It is Tuesday evening. And so me and Alicia, who's my co-tutor, we are here every Tuesday and Thursday. And so SSAP is a great peer tutoring resource. It's for all different STEM subjects. So there's also like math, physics, chemistry, geology, and other ones as well. So it's a great resource if you're in like intro level classes for these subjects. Oxy also has a lot of other good resources. There's AMP, which is also for STEM classes, and that is where they have like practice worksheets and mock exams, but SSAP is better. There's also the Writing Center, which is really helpful for going over papers, and there's also peer tutoring, which is in the library, and so they can also help, and that's for not just STEM, that's also for like art history and other subjects. Your peers are a great resource, so yeah, and that was my Tuesday. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Welcome to Wednesday. Today I have the same classes as Monday, so I have my Flora of Southern California class first, and then after that I'm going to go to biostats, and I will take you guys along with me to that class and give you a little sneak peek of what that is like. I really enjoyed that class. It's been really nice to learn the best ways to analyze my data. It's going to be very useful going forward for me in grad school, and I just appreciate that that's something that we're learning. We're learning how to code, how to use R, just really valuable skills moving forward. So yeah, and then I also have, after that, I will go to my lab for that class, which I will also take you guys to. And so that is where we're, using R, learning how to write our own scripts, how to run our own statistical tests. And yeah, just very, very valuable. So come along with me on my biostats adventure for Wednesday.
The high group around 10, or maybe it was around 8, somewhere around there. The mean of the medium group around 6, the mean of the low group smaller than that, right?
I just got back from my classes, had some lunch, and I am outside of my house. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about what it's like to live off campus at Oxy. So I actually lived on campus for my first year at Oxy, and I lived in Poly, which is one of the dorms, and it was really nice to live on campus and, have that built-in community in my dorm. There's really pros and cons to living on and off campus. They both have really great positives. People live on campus all 4 years and have a great time. They just really like the simplicity of it and being really close to everybody, close to the campus. I decided I wanted to live off campus. I've been living in this house for 2 years, and yeah, I really enjoy living off campus. It's about a 10-minute walk to school, so I can go back and forth multiple times a day, and it's very easy, and it's been really nice. Like, once I've kind of established, my friend group, and my other friends also live off campus, and it's been really nice to have our own space. I really enjoy cooking. That's one of my favorite parts about living off campus. But yeah, I really enjoyed living off campus. I wanted to discuss a little bit about how I was able to find my community here at Oxy, because I know that's something that can be kind of a stressful thing to think about when coming into college. So I actually transferred to Oxy. I came here my sophomore year, and so that was definitely a bit of a unique transition, because I was coming into a class that had already been here for 1 year, but it was really great. They made the transfer process really smooth. We had our own orientation, me and all the other people that transferred, so that was a really nice initial kind of built-in community, was all the transfers. And so people with the similar experience of leaving another school and coming to Oxy and trying to establish yourself when people had already kind of known each other. So yeah, that was kind of my first initial community, and that has been really great, and I still am friends with a lot of transfers, so that's been a really great kind of underlying community that I've been able to keep up my 3 years at Oxy. Another way that I was able to find community was through running. So I love to run, and it's something I really got into my junior year here, and I was able to meet some of my best friends through running, just kind of word of mouth, hearing other people talking about their friends that ran, and yeah, just kind of finding little things. It might take some time, that took a year, so it's not just may not be day one, but the things that you enjoy, you'll find other people that also enjoy those things, and that can really be a great way to bring people together and find your people. And then I also really have found a great community within the bio department. The more classes you take, the more you kind of recognize everyone in your classes. You get to know people just through your labs. You have different lab partners. Fun way to just meet people. You're kind of bonding over that experience, and then just also having that consistency of faces in your classes is really nice. You can make study groups, work on things together, commiserate together. So yeah, that's also a really great way to find community. Hi guys, welcome to Thursday. So Thursdays are my main day for doing research. So from 12 to 1, my research lab has our weekly lab meeting. So I'll take you guys along to that, maybe hear from some of my lab members, and then I'll also be showing you my research and kind of talking about what research is like at Oxy. So in my lab, we are a microbial pathogenesis lab, which is looking at how different pathogens interact with host cells, which would be our immune cells. And so we are looking specifically at group A streptococcus, which most commonly causes strep throat, which I'm sure many people are familiar with. We are looking into how they interact with macrophages, which are a type of human immune cell. Research at Oxy is really easy. I think there's kind of a misconception that, you know, only certain people get to do it, only maybe like top of the class. It is very much, you have the control, you have the ability to do research if that is something that you want. I came into Oxy knowing that I wanted to do research specifically in this lab. I was definitely nervous to approach Professor Okamura. She was super nice. I just went to her office hours, expressed my interest. Next thing I knew, I was training with her the next semester. So all it takes is you expressing interest to professors, and they will more than happily bring you on into their lab. It really is just up to you to put yourself out there and express interest. We're super lucky to get that as an undergrad. A lot of people don't get that at other schools. So yeah, I know it can be intimidating, but I promise everyone's super nice. All the professors are amazing. As long as you show interest, they're more than happy to have you in their lab. So I promise it's not scary. Okay.
Hello, I'm Ajani. I'm from the Bay Area in California. At Oxy, I'm a senior bio major and an econ minor. And how I got involved in lab started in my 130 class with our PI, Cheryl Okamura. I was really fascinated by the subject material and tried to actively participate. And I think she kind of picked up on that and reached out to me in my sophomore fall semester. And ever since then, I've been in the lab working on a monoclonal antibody project for our focus on group A streptococcus. My favorite part of the lab, I think we have a great group. So I love interacting with everybody, and then also having the freedom to come in on my own time and explore new techniques and kind of get comfortable in the lab setting is something that I think will really translate to my future endeavors, which is great.
My name is Ava. I'm a biochem major and I'm from SoCal. I started in research because I took a class with Professor Okamura, and she thought I really enjoyed lab and was really excited about it, so she asked me to be in her lab. So I've been in it for almost 2.5 years now. And my favorite part of research is learning new lab techniques and then finally mastering them, and the confidence of oh my god, I can conquer the world now.
Hi guys, welcome to Friday. I just got back from my 2 classes this morning, so my Flora of Southern California and my biostats class, and that's technically all I have on Fridays, which is really nice. I really enjoy being done by 11:40 on Fridays. It kind of gives me a lot of free time, so sometimes I'll do lab work if I have things that rolled over from Thursday, so that's often what I'm doing. But if I'm not doing that, I also will work in the shell collection, which is one of my other on-campus jobs. So Oxy has a shell collection that was donated to us. It has over 100,000 specimens that were collected by a man named Dieter Kosman, and his family donated it to Oxy. Right now, they're all kind of stored a little bit unorganized and not very well preserved. So I am working with Professor Schultz to curate the collection and better organize it. Yeah, it's really great to have on-campus jobs. There's a lot of opportunities. You just have to either keep your ears out, search around. They have them posted online. And yeah, it's just a really great way to supplement with a little bit of income while you're working as a student. And yeah, I really enjoy it. Hi guys, it's now Sunday, and I just wanted to give you a little recap of my weekend. So I spent my morning on Saturday at brunch with some of my friends for a birthday. We went to a cute place nearby, about a 10-minute drive away. There's a lot of great restaurants around here. It's a really fun way to explore the area. So yeah, that was really nice. And then I went to the library and worked for most of the rest of the day. But then in the evening, I went to dance production, which is a really, really fun yearly Oxy experience. So there's a club called Dance Production, and they basically have student choreographers who make, I think it's about 14 dances, and you can have a lot of experience, no experience, everyone is welcome, and it's a really, really cool way to find community. I have some great friends who have really enjoyed being in Dance Pro. I really like going to Dance Pro and watching it. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. So that was a great experience. Always have fun there. I'm really gonna miss it when I graduate. And then now today is Sunday. My friend actually was running the LA Marathon, so went and supported her, which was really cool. We drove down to the west side of LA to go see her towards the end of the race, so that was really cool. And then I've just been doing work, and now I'm ending my evening in the shell collection. Thank you guys so much for following along on my week in the life. I hope it was interesting and kind of a good sneak peek into what daily life is like at Oxy. I hope I inspired people to do maybe partake in research, and again, it's not scary and it's a really, really great experience. Love all the professors, they're just so incredible, and I could not recommend doing research enough. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I hope you come to Oxy.